a day we won't ever forget. I got back in and did 12 years fighting this war against terrorism, and we're still doing it. Kind of sucks, but longest war in American history, and it's still on. All I gotta tell you is that our veterans need help now. Not yesterday, not tomorrow, not next week. Now. We have too many homeless vets on the street. The VA is not giving us the care. So what we do as a community, as veterans, we make things happen. We get involved in politics. We get involved in businesses. I'll never forget the story that was told me when I was getting ready to leave the war zone in Afghanistan. When the general stood up and he said, you know what, guys? They make movies about you. And now's the time. Once you get out of the military, you need to come and be strong in your towns, your cities, become leaders, become businessmen, become politicians. Because our country is pretty messed up right now. So, you see the veterans in action. This is part of it. This is veterans in action, making things happen. The VA medical care system has utterly failed us. Completely failed us. So, what we do is we find yoga. Yoga is the answer, not completely, but it's a tool that we use in our toolbox to cope with PTSD, pain, anxiety, just everyday life. Instead of going to the bottle or drugs or anything like that, I'm telling you, it's saving lives. It saved my life, and it's saving other people's lives. You don't really know how it works until one day. I've been teaching for over 2 years now. I found Connected Warriors through my local vet center. They said, you should check out Connected Warriors. So, all right, I'll check out yoga, but I was more of a gym rat. So I was like, I want to lift weights and blow up. So I'm like, I don't know about this yoga stuff. Not sure. So I went and checked it out, because I was like, now I'm lifting weights and I can't do it anymore. You're injured. So yoga was a place where I connected with other veterans through Connected Warriors. Everybody's gone through the same trip, whether it was Vietnam or whatever, this war we still have going on. But it was a connection with other people. It's a place to drop in and kind of drop out. It really is a prime example is this, not only helping myself, but I said, you know what, I really like this, let's do this. Helping other people, helping myself. And it's not a cure-all. See, I'm working on stuff every day. It's like everybody else in the room. But it's something that you can use, and it works. And I had a gentleman that came to my class a couple weeks ago, and I could tell he was in a really bad space. You can see it in the eyes, I've been there. And he was like, hey, are you Rob? I'm like, yeah, I'm Rob. He's like, my teacher was telling me about, she got at Florida Atlantic University, and says that there's a guy up in Jupiter teaching yoga for vets and for PTSD and different issues. And he goes, you're the guy, right? I'm like, I guess. I'm the guy. I'm like, I'm still working through shit myself. And nobody could see it in his eyes, man. He's like, he's basically ready to blow his head off, And this is a real deal. People don't want to talk about it, you know what I mean? But there's psychological effects of war, especially this long a war. Sat him down, had a talk with him. And if I could save one life, everything's worth it. We're safe. We're saving lives. We're definitely saving lives, So, we need more yoga and less VA.
All right. So I know people put in business cards, right, for